You can see in this area to the north of the city of Bangkok, in a place called Prutumtani, about 25 kilometres north, there's preparations going on for the expectation of the water rising from the rivers that are starting to flood into this area. You can see here already they've taken precautions and flooded back into the clongs and the channels that surround that area. But over the next few days, the water levels have risen, and this footage was taken by my colleague who's living in this area, and he was able to get the footage by just going out of his house. The levy bank that's been putting is containing millions and millions of litres of water, and you can see the houses now in that area that was in the earlier shot are now in the background starting to be washed underneath. So it's advancing on the houses themselves, and it's being contained by these levy banks. There's also water getting through, so the wall is bottoming out and is flooding into the next level down, which is also a levy bank further down through the city. This is protecting it. This footage he sent me this afternoon actually looks again at the same area, and you can see that the water it's actually come up another half a metre today. So authorities are saying that the water is the rising tide was not as bad as they thought, but there's still a major threat from the contained water that's sitting in the city. Kitipan Kitbamroong is my colleague. He's actually living in his house with his parents in the next street and his auntie living next door across the road, all living in half a metre of water around their kitchens. And they're north in Ayutthaya, people have been evacuated, the army have been moving in and taking people off roofs. And officially the national death toll, which is probably not believable, stands about 300 people, mostly from drowning, but it's known that a lot of people have died from secondary causes, such as the power being breached in hospitals and the like. So it's a major disaster for the city that's billions and billions of dollars out of with people out of work in at least four major industrial estates that employ many thousands and thousands of people have been quarantined and put out of business. In this footage around Prutumtani, the floodgates are just holding the water, and it's actually starting to overwhelm them. There's a level of water up in the shopping area and downstream businesses, and people are just staying open to stay alive. So it's a fairly critical situation because there's desperation for most of the traders who have to live and work in this area, this threat. They just don't know what else to do, and this woman making that point. So a crisis situation in the city, and Bangkok's still bracing itself for the potential for these floodgates to open and destroy the city. The worst floods in many years, they're saying in this story. You can see people are living in their homes and they're being destroyed by it. They're saying there's a thin line of sandbags just holding the waters back. The water's coming from the central plains, and the people that are there say it's too late to do anything. The industrial estates have been bagged up and we've already passed them. People are stranded on motorways, and bits of highway have been isolated out. So it's basically devastated most of the north central Thailand, where the waters have been concentrated. It's style and so on. For the floating markets that we normally are part of the tourist attraction, they're now a matter of survival.